Hi everyone, I want to walk you through the student self-registration system. We are registering for the spring 2025 semester at the moment, and I'll talk you through the different screens. If you are on a desktop computer or a laptop, I find that the easiest way to navigate the site, but if you are using your phone or an iPad, you can still navigate. You just might have to be a little patient with yourself to find the right menus. But the very first thing that you're going to do is log into your My LWC portal. Then you're going to select Student Self-Service from the top right-hand corner. Now, if you haven't logged into Student Self-Service in a while, you might get this login screen. Totally okay. All you'll need to do is log in again. Remember not to add the @lindsay.edu onto your username. It's just first name dot last name, and it's the exact same password that you just used for your My LWC. Then we're going to go into the registration system. The very first page is going to be a lot of demographics, what your program is, name and address, phone number, all of that stuff. On the desktop version that you're looking at on the left-hand side, if you drop all the way down on that left side, you're going to select registration. If you're on a mobile phone, that's where you're going to have to be a little patient with yourself. And on the right side of our screen here, we have an example of what the mobile version looks like. You'll just use that additional links button to drop it down to select registration. From here, you're going to just click register for classes, and then you're going to select the spring 2025 semester. This is a big common problem as well. Students will select winter. It's actually not the winter semester. It is spring. It does begin on January the 13th, and it will run until April. Then you're going to put in your PIN number. This is a PIN number that is only given to you by your academic advisor. You will get 2 different PIN numbers a year. The first one is for spring registration. The second one will register you for summer and fall semester. Those semesters you get to register for at the same time. But for this semester, we're only registering for one. We're just registering for the spring, and you'll put in that PIN number. Then here's a different way to search for classes. There's a couple of different ways. You can search by the subject. You can search by the course number. You can search by the campus. If you put in too much information in this search, you're going to get frustrated because it won't reveal any search results. So I actually find it easier to toggle that search bar over to where it says enter CRNs and pop in the number for the exact class that I want to register for. Here's how I find that. If I go on to Lindsay's homepage and then select course offerings from under the academics tab, I'm going to navigate through the level, through the campus, through the delivery options, and I'm going to get all of the options that we teach online. So in this example, I've navigated to the business menu, but no matter what subject you're looking for, this page will all look the same when you get to it. And these CRN numbers are going to be the very first column on the left-hand side. They're a 5-digit code, and it's unique to that class. So if you want a certain section with a certain professor, find that professor, find that section, copy down that CRN number, and then let's go back over to the self-registration screen. I'm going to toggle that over to the enter CRNs, and then I'm going to type in that 5-digit code. Then I'm going to add that class to my summary. Now, if you want to register for one class at a time and add it to your summary and then hit that gray submit button to lock in your choice, you can do that. Or you can enter in all of your classes and hit that one submit button at one time. Doesn't matter. Either way, it'll get you to the same result. What we're wanting to do is put it from the summary into officially registered. So if you're still seeing that gray menu that is striped out and it says pending, that means you're not registered for that class yet. Not until it goes green are we registered for that class. So that gray submit button is really, really important to lock in our answers. You know, when you're playing a game show and you hear people say, like, is that your final answer? Is your answer locked in? Until you hit that gray submit button, your choice is not locked in. So we're looking for that green registered. Now, something that can happen when you register is you might get an error message. The most common error message is that the class is full. If there's not another section of that class available for you to choose from and you want to add yourself to the wait list, just use that drop-down menu that appeared, click waitlist, and then hit that gray submit button one more time. Because remember, nothing's locked in until we hit that gray submit button one more time. But if you want to change things around later on after you're registered for the class, say your friend is in, section OL2 and you want to jump into OL2 as well and there's room, that's okay. We can move things around. You have until the day classes begin to make some changes to your schedule. Just remember, if you're changing classes and not just sections, talk to your advisor before you make those kind of schedule changes. But if you want to just change things around, you're going to go back into the registration system, use that drop-down menu to select drop that class, and then add the new class in its place. Here's some common errors that we receive when we're registering. The section is full, in which case you can either add yourself to the wait list or you can find another section that's not full. If it says prerequisite or test score error, commonly, if you are currently taking the class that's the prerequisite for the class that you want to register for, that's a reason that this would pop up. Just email your advisor, email me, and we'll get that cleared for you. If you're getting a campus restriction error, that means that you've selected a class that's not for your campus code. So if you mistakenly picked a main campus class and you're an online student, it's going to give you a campus restriction. That just triggers you that you need to pick a different section. Repeat error is very common if you do need to repeat a class, but it's also a safeguard in place that you're not registering for a class you've already taken before. If you are repeating a class and you do need to register for that class again, email me, email your advisor, and we'll get that lifted for you. And if you receive a level restriction or a class restriction, those are common when we have students that are designated juniors and you have to be a senior to take a certain class, or you are an online undergraduate student and you mistakenly picked a graduate level course, that will come into place. So if you have a question about the level restriction or you feel like you meet the requirement to register for that class, email me, email your advisor, and we'll get that taken care of for you. If you have any questions, if this totally didn't make sense, or if you want to walk through your schedule registration one-on-one, just send me an email or give me a call, and I would be more than happy to walk you through everything. Once you've met with your advisor and you've got your classes selected and you've got your PIN number, just give me a call or send me an email and we'll work something out to work through the self-registration system together.